So one of the most essential issues that is currently trending right now is, I'm sure almost every person is almost well informed about the current economic, political and social situations across the world. And in some countries they're actually talking about the recession that is likely to happen, but to us it's something that is, we already know that such things will happen. There will be recession, there will be boom slumps. Those are economic cycles. But what then matters is that are you well prepared for that, for those things? How prepared are you when it comes to such natural disasters or other uncertain things? If you would understand much more about the business, how does the business operates, you notice that a lot of people are so much concerned about what is going to change in the next 10 years or what is going to change in the next future years. But it's just unfortunate that only a few people understand that what is not going to change is actually very, very essential as part of your discussions with regard to how best can you plan for the future. So with an understanding of what is not going to change, you can better prepare for the things that you are likely to go and change. Those that are not going to directly impact you as an individual, as your family, as well as a people and as a nation. So you understand that at one point, that's where the issue of planning comes in. And when it comes to agriculture, we are mainly talking about the land use and management planning, which is something that is very, very critical when it comes to the investment in agribusiness. You understand that if you are not planning, there is a saying which is supposed to be actually in the museum, but because a lot of people are not implementing, we are continuously reusing it. That is, if you are failing to plan, you are planning to fail. So never has it been more important to note than now, because if you are to look at a historical background, what happened in 2020, a lot of businesses closed, especially those that were first-time farmers, particularly the horticulture farmers, because they did not get the concept of why is it essential to plan for a business that has got a capacity to generate cash flow and a capacity to appreciate in terms of the capital assets, that is the capital gains. So when you are someone who is investing at a farm, let me give you an example of this farm where we are. It's a project, of course, that we pioneered as AfroStain FarmTech. As part of our land use and management planning, we realized that this farmer can actually make much more by investing in livestock, which is why you are seeing this structure. This structure is a poultry, that is the international standard, in fact the national standards of a broiler unit, how it should look like. So this one has got a capacity of holding 10,000 to 12,000 chickens, depending on the method of automation that you are using. It can even, however, go up to even 15,000. So these are structures that we've put in place. There's also a dairy project. There's also horticulture down there. So it's a project that we've initiated based on the land use and management planning, having looked at the capacity of the farm and also looking at what the farm is actually capable of producing. So you notice that as an individual farmer, having that plan of what am I supposed to do now, how am I going to implement my project in the next 10 or 15 years, or even beyond your lifetime, is actually very important. Because even if any person is going to come, just exchange the baton. It's like a relay. It's going to be very simple. Even if for yourself it becomes very simple, and see how best you can develop your farm for future development. So then, continuing with what I was talking about, right now is the most essential time to plan and see how best you can navigate through the terrain of the investment in agriculture. On the 9th of this month, the 9th of July, we'll be in Botswana talking about the same story about agriculture investment, and on the 27th to the 1st of August, we'll be in Zambia, again on the same issue. This issue of agricultural investment is right now as topical as it is relevant, because that's where the money is coming from. So if you are a farmer or an individual who is aspiring to be a farmer, you would rather focus on what should I do now. But of course, you cannot just go around with almost any person. You definitely need to see who are you going to work with, because your net worth will determine your network will determine your net worth. So that is what I want to share with you. Then of course I will share with you some of the future things that we will be able to develop for you. We've got a bit of new technologies that we're developing is AfroStain, and much of those ones are mainly to elevate the farmer's financial well-being. I'll be able to share with you some of those issues in the future. For the meantime, let's talk about the investment in agriculture. Thank you so much.